ever broken a bone before. For those of you that may have, you know exactly how much of a life-changing event it really is. Well, Thanksgiving of 2013, I broke my nose during a pickup game of football. Breaking my nose changed my life in more ways than one because I had to go weeks without sneezing. I also had to wear a cast on my nose, which brought a lot of unwanted attention to school, and I had to wear a mask later on that year during the baseball season, which was a big adjustment for me. So, one swift kick to the face led me to the ER Thanksgiving afternoon. Though it was accidental, it was the most amount of pain I've felt in a long time. The impact caused me to break the left side of my nose and rip my septum in half, which caused me to have to get 37 stitches. Here's your septum right here. I was told by the doctors not to sneeze for a couple of weeks to let the stitches to heal. To adjust to not sneezing was difficult because it's something that we do almost every day. But after a couple of weeks, I got used to not sneezing and it became an everyday thing. Moving forward, I'd like to fill you in on how school was for me after I broke my nose. After I broke my nose, school wasn't the best. I was stared at a lot and I had to just deal with it, you know. But I had a friend who had the same classes as me, and she made it less of an issue because I had somebody to walk around with and also someone who would talk to me and not stare at me, so I didn't feel like the child named It. To add on to the topic of breaking my nose, I agreed to wearing a mask that year for baseball because it was the only way that the doctors would allow me to play. Doctors told me to refrain from playing for 8 months, and I just wasn't trying to do that. It wasn't in my best interest. So I fought tooth and nail with Dr. Sasson, the doctor who did the work on my nose, and he allowed me to play as long as I wore a mask. And this is the mask right here. Imagine playing with this on. It just sucks. It's the worst. Continuing, after about 3 weeks, I got used to wearing the mask, so it wasn't as much of an issue. But it was kind of hard to play because it impaired your vision a lot. You could only see from side to side instead of down the middle. To finish things up, I would just like to say, don't let the way people see you depict who you are. Instead of getting upset at the fact that people were staring at me during school, I understood that they were only curious as to what happened. So it wasn't something that I generally let bother me. As long as I carried out my day and did what I had to do, breaking my nose didn't bother me as much as I thought it would. All right, thank you.